Well, good morning, Santa Clarita. Delgado here with you on this Tuesday, this wet Tuesday, October 14th. And live in studio, I have a special guest with me from loanDepot, the reverse mortgage specialist, Scott Hoolahan. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming on in. I know it was a little hassle this morning to get on in. You know, the roadways are slick. It is raining, and people do forget how to drive in the rain for whatever reason. But you're here. We're here to talk about the reverse mortgage and being the reverse mortgage specialist. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that all of that entails?
Yeah, you know what? Just wanted to, continue kind of on our conversation that we've been having over the last couple of weeks about it, and how, how the reverse mortgage is unique to the mortgage business and the home buying industry, and that's really what I wanted to just kind of talk about. People don't think about it, but the reverse mortgage can be used to purchase homes, right? So if it's trying to get out of the home that's not really conducive to long-term living, the forever home, you can take the equity from that home, use a portion of it to buy the forever home with a reverse mortgage. So you can, depending on the age of the senior, put down 50, 60%, purchase that new forever home, live there with no mortgage obligation, and the other 40%, 50%, depending on your age, now you can use that money for any number of things. You and I've talked about living inheritance, investments, long-term care, whatever the highest and best use of that capital is. But you don't have to take all the money from the sale of the home you've lived in for a long time, amassed a lot of equity. You don't have to consider, okay, now we take all of that and put it into the next forever home, because the goal in that forever home is not to have a mortgage and be able to, live comfortably on a fixed income. So you can take that money, put 50 to 60% down, not have a mortgage, and now you take that other 40% and do with it whatever you want.
And that's, I mean, you worked, so hard for it. You have all that money, and might as well use it how you see fit, rather than having it not knowing where it's going to go, as it were. And you spoke about living inheritance, and some people are still kind of new to that either term, thinking an inheritance only comes after the fact, unfortunately. And then there's all kinds of issues there, or there can be rather, with families kind of jostling and fighting for that. But giving that living inheritance gives you, the senior, or the parent, that ability to disperse it how you will. And how does that all work?
If you're in the forever home, and you and I've talked about this, right? My first question is, are you in is this the place that the senior wants to age out? And if they are in that home that's conducive to long-term aging, typically we like to see the senior in a single-story home, right? That has either low maintenance or the maintenance has been kept up. If that's the fact, then the equity that's been amassed in that could be tapped by a reverse mortgage to then, to your point, right, this conversation, be used as a living inheritance. So now the senior could help a grandchild get out of college debt, help another family member purchase a home. Another one that I like to talk about is, today, experiences, right? And wouldn't we all like to have that second home up at Big Bear or Arrowhead or somewhere like
Fantastic.
that, right? And that place where now we can build memories and we can have our holidays together. And that is an amazing investment, because when you buy real estate in places like that, typically over time, it's going to appreciate. So why not take some of the equity in that forever home, that home that you're in today, where you've amassed equity, use a reverse mortgage. In some cases, the senior could access two, three, four, 500. I'm doing one right now where they're taking out $700,000. They're going to live in that home the rest of their life, mortgage free. Now they take that other $700,000, and that money could be used to go purchase an amazing home, right, in Big Bear, where you could create rental income, you could create memories. You have that second home where the entire family gets to participate and share and have that, and you're building those memories today. You're a part of that as the senior. And so I like to get together with my seniors and kind of kind of dream a little bit about what would you do with that equity, and be a part of that today, as opposed to, like you said, everybody's kind of waiting around till,
Right.
you know, we're going to do all these neat things. We're going to buy this vacation home in the memory of.
In the memory, yeah. But why not get it now? And again, we're talking with Scott Hoolahan of loanDepot, the reverse mortgage specialist here on KHTS FM 98.1 and AM 1220. And there are just many options, not, you know, with reverse mortgage, people just kind of figure that to pay off the house or do what you will with it. But there are options, as you mentioned, and everybody has a different story or point that they're trying to get to, and you can help them out figure out what options work best. And some it may not work out, and you'll let them know that. I mean,
yeah, man, I'll be the first one to say, if the reverse isn't the right solution to the goal, then I'll be the first one to say that I don't think it's the way to go, right? And you can find me at reversescott.com. You can also, there at reversescott.com, you'll get to my website. You've got my email, you got my phone number. You can reach out to me there, direct, set up a time to do a consultation. I'm happy to come meet you. You can come to my office here in Valencia. I'm happy to do Zoom calls with the entire family, right? You want to be involved and ask me the questions, and let's figure it out together if it's the right way to go.
And yeah, that way you can have everybody, pretty much no excuse, you know, getting everybody to come to one location. You can be on Zoom, and that works out as well too. And you do recommend everybody coming in as well, not just the senior, the family as well, to get a consultation.
Yeah, ask the questions. What I've found is, and one of the reasons I was so excited to do this with you, is dispel the myths.
Dispel the myths. And again, Scott Hoolahan of loanDepot. The website one more time for him.
reversescott.com.
Well, thank you for coming in, Scott, and stay dry out there. And if you got the tail end of that interview, you can watch it in its entirety by heading on over to facebook.com or youtube.com/KHTS Radio. Good morning, Santa Clarita. I'm Delgado. This is KHTS FM 98.1 and AM 1220 and hometownstation.com.
Fox News, I'm CJ.